Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do a lot of unboxing videos, but I wanted to do something different this time. As you can see, I am playing Pokémon Red. However, it is randomized, so all the items, the music, the wild Pokemon, all the trainer rosters, and the trainer classes have been randomized, so it's all completely different. So, let's take a look and see what starters. We got Ekans, we got Doduo, and we got Pidgeotto, and I went ahead and picked Pidgeotto because it seemed like it was the best out of the three that I had. As you can see, my rival is actually a Rocket, and he has an Oddish. And here we're going to just take it down. And I do want to do some challenge videos in the future, but this is not a challenge video, so just FYI. I opted not to use too many healing items. I eventually did once I made it to the Elite Four, and you'll see that later on in the video. But this is solely just for fun. If anyone is interested, I will have the link in the description below to download this ROM. It's actually in my Gilded server. I don't really want to upload it to Google Drive or anything. So, but anyway, as you can see, we just got Oak's parcel and ran it to a Venusaur. We're gonna go ahead and deliver the parcel. I always talk to him from that end. It makes it so much faster if we do that. But we pick up the Pokédex and off we go. So I always heal. You will see me save a lot too. I might not talk too much. I'm gonna try to talk as much as I can as I watch the video. So go back. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pick up some Pokeballs right here, about 10 of them. And I pick up this item, which is now a Max Ether as opposed to a Potion. I always like to save. Run it to that Pinsir. Instead of trying to make faint, as you can see. Run it to an Onix, and here you're gonna see me try to catch this thing, and I'm gonna fail. I keep using Pokeballs. It doesn't want to stay in a Pokeball. So eventually, I just give up and I will make it faint, as you can see right here. We run into a Growlithe. Attack it, and as you can see, it uses Roar. So now we head back to the Pokemon Center to heal, because I like to heal a lot. And now we're going to head back to Route 1, and we're going to encounter a Mew. And we're going to catch it. And this is definitely going to be my ace in this run, and you'll see that later on. But yeah, throw a couple balls, we eventually catch the Mew. I always like to save after we catch Pokemon. I go back, heal. Always have to heal. Don't like having Pokemon that are about to faint, of course. And here, I decide to go to the forest. Or actually, I think, no. First I decide to see what Pokemon we run into. We got yourself an Electrode here. And that's what I did. I wanted to see what Pokemon we would run into here. Magneton's out in the wild right over here, as you can see, and that's always it's always a treat when you play these randomizers. You don't know what Pokemon you're gonna run into, and that's why throughout this run you'll see me just kind of look around in the grass a little bit. But spoiler alert, I only end up catching like 8 Pokemon at the end of this run, so I only have like a set team that I use throughout this entire run. Here's Hitmonchan, and this is actually going to be another Pokemon that I catch. Yes, I used Hitmonchan. I do prefer it to Hitmonlee, even though they totally screwed him over in Gen 1. And as you can see, I caught it right here. And, of course, we gotta save. And I go back, and I heal again. Because you gotta heal after you catch Pokemon. Because you almost knock it out. So, and of course I save again, because this is how I roll. So here I'm actually going to attempt to take on my rival, and you'll see that it doesn't actually go that great. And of course I save, and of course since it is randomized, his roster is always going to be different. And here he's got an Eevee. So that means every single time you go to take on your rival, he has a different team. Makes it challenging, to say the least. It's always fun though. So yeah, Aerodactyl. I have nothing for Aerodactyl, and as you see, I will do a reset, and I believe this is the first reset in this run, because I'm like, you know what, I have nothing. I don't even know why I attempted this. But I tried to whittle it down a little bit. As you can see, it's not working in my favor, and there's first reset in the run, as you can see. So I decide, yeah, we're not gonna fight this trainer. Screw the rival. Let's head back to the actual forest. I believe I go to the forest. Yes, I do. Go to the forest. Get a paralyzed hill instead of the antidote. Run into Kadabra. But yeah, as I said, spoiler alert, I don't catch Kadabra. You already know pretty much. I told you that already. Then don't catch too many Pokemon. I won't tell you what other Pokemon I catch till we get to that point. But yeah, we'll just go through the forest here, kind of see what Pokemon we run into, kind of grind a little bit. Run into the Kadabra again. And got teleported, of course, because it was teleport. Run into it again. Make it faint, of course. There's the Seadra. We attempt to catch it, fail. We don't get to catch it, and we just make it faint. So, you'll see me switch my Pokemon around, and I decided to try to take on this trainer. We got Wartortle, you can see, level 6. But yeah, all the bug catchers are now psychics in this, because all the rosters have been randomized too. Then we got Dratini, he's got, and Rap. Ugh, I hate Rap in Gen 1, it's so annoying. But we end up defeating him, so it's not too big of a deal. And we pick up a Carbos instead of the, I think it's Antidote originally. And here we're going to take on the next Psychic, and he starts off with a Marowak. And we're going to use Quick Attack to basically make the Marowak faint. And then he's got Articuno. And we managed to actually do some good damage to Articuno. As you can see, we're about to make it faint. Then out comes Aerodactyl, and yeah, I have nothing. So I just reset the game. And I decided, well, I'm not going to fight that trainer. Screw it. Because I don't know what's up with this randomizer giving trainers a bunch of friggin' Aerodactyl, but yeah. So we get Body Slam there, teach it to Hitmonchan. And we can pick up the Ultra Ball. And we take on the Psychic, which only has a Caterpie, so he's not that big of a deal. We end up paralyzing it. And now we leave the forest. So here I opt to go up and heal, of course, because you can never heal too much. And then I go ahead, get some items, buy some more Pokeballs, because I would try to catch some Pokemon. I go over here, we run into a few Pokemon, Weedle. Yeah, don't want Weedle. That's already you can find that Pokemon over here in Vanilla Red. Then we got Electrode, so it's the same Pokemon from the last route, pretty much. And then we got Venomoth. Actually, no, we got a different Pokemon, I think. But yeah, run into Venomoth. Here I kind of opt to try to catch some Pokemon over here. And as you say, I just made a faint instead. Go back, heal, since we got poisoned. And again, I always save. We gotta go back in the grass to find the Raichu at level 2. And do some damage to it. And make it faint. I think at this point I think I decided, well, I'm just gonna stick with what Pokemon I have now. I'm not really gonna try to catch anymore, so I'm just gonna train so I can take on Brock. And run into Raichu again here. And we just, use Pound, 'cause it's the only move that Mew knows. So yeah, I attempt to catch this one, but then I just make it faint. And then there's Hitmonchan again, which Hitmonchan was Hitmonchan. Thought that was fun, so I did that. And used Body Slam, took it at one hit, because Hitmonchan's stats aren't the best. We heal. And this is when I was like, you know what? I want to see what trainer this is. I want to see his roster. And we got a beauty. And it's Execute. So I switched Pidgeotto. Too bad Pidgeotto doesn't have any flying type moves. It only knows normal type moves, which is super annoying. Which is why I prefer Spearow to Pidgeotto. As you can see, we get down decently, but then it puts us to sleep, which is super annoying in Gen 1. Because, sleep is super annoying in Gen 1. And Pidgeotto faints. So we get Hitmonchan, and again, it happens again. Puts our Hitmonchan to sleep, but we wake up immediately. but we make it faint. Now she's got a Nidoqueen. Use Body Slam, try to make it and take it down, but as you can see, it's not really working out in our favor. Mew's paralyzed, and I decided just to reset. So that's 3 resets right there. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what Brock has. So save, and we take on Brock, who is now Rival 3. He has Articuno. Freaking Articuno. Again. What is up with the trainers? And see, I just said screw it and reset it there too, because I knew better. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that. So this is at a point where I need to start grinding. And so I decided to grind right here. And I go back to the forest to grind. And I'll just let this play so you can see some of the Pokemon I ran into, which is pretty interesting. There's Ghastly. Have nothing to do any damage with it, so I didn't even try to fight it. Kadabra again, which you already know that Kadabra's in the forest now. But now we got Zapdos. And this is when I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try to catch it. But then I realized in Gen 1, if you miss a Pokemon, like a legendary, it says you miss the Pokemon. If you try to catch it and can't catch it. And then we found Mewtwo, as you can see. And I'm like, well, I'm going to try to catch it. Maybe I should. Then I'm like, nah, I got Mew. But I try to catch it anyway, as you can see. And fail. So, we just make it faint. And then there's Articuno. So yes, this forest has legendary Pokemon in it. And no, I don't catch any of them because, like I said, a pain in the butt trying to catch legendary Pokemon with a Pokeball. So this is like, okay, now it's time. We're just gonna grind and go back to the forest. You know, there's some decent Pokemon in here, and we're just gonna grind against some of these Pokemon in the forest. So after a grind session, I go back to the gym and try to take on the beauty again. And so, start with Mew. I use Pound, use this Barrage, a switch to Pidgeotto, tries to put us to sleep, then it successfully puts us to sleep, but then we wake up. And I just keep using Quick Attack until I can make it faint, and out comes the Nidoqueen. So I use Hitmonchan, use Body Slam, I paralyze it, and from there we just basically dwindle down its health. And we keep using Quick Attack, and then we make it faint. So we finally beat the beauty. So that's always good. And I go back, and I decide to heal my Pokemon. Because, you know, can't heal too much. I don't know if you're saying that a lot. But anyway. So here, I don't know what I'm doing. But then I go to the mart, I pick up some Pokeballs. And then I head back down here. I save, of course. Gotta save. Run to Venomoth. Use Pound. We use... And then it poisons us. We use... level 10. We goes to level 10. It knows Transform now, so we head back to the Pokemon Center because we need to heal our Pokemon because we got poison. And this is when I'm like, okay, we're gonna try to take on Brock, or aka Rival 3. So Articuno. Now I use Transform. This is gonna help us. So I use Ice Beam against Articuno. He uses Ice Beam against us. I use it again, and then I get to go first. And then I use Peck, take it down. Dratini is his last Pokemon. Easily take it down with Ice Beam. Finally got our first badge, and I thought that was going to take a lot longer. Since we got our first badge, and we need to heal our Pokemon, I head to the Pokemon Center, and I head to the mart before I end up going through Mount Moon, but I rearrange some items first, then I buy some potions, then I buy some Pokeballs, and we head on to the next route, and I save before I take on every single trainer, and we take on the Psychic, who has a Seadra. We use Pound, and we use Smoke Screen. Our accuracy's down, but we still managed to take it down. So now he has Jolteon. I switch to Hitmonchan. I use Body Slam, get to paralyze it, and we eventually take it down. And here comes Charmeleon. No water type, so I switch to Pidgeotto, and I just use Quick Attack. And we defeat the Psychic, save it, take on the next trainer, who happens to be a bug catcher instead of a youngster, has Haunter. I get confused. I use Transform though. And then I transform into a Haunter. Uses Confuse Ray, we're confused, we hit ourselves. But then we hit with Nightshade. And then we're no longer confused, we use Nightshade, we use Lick, take it down. Here comes Female Nidoran, just use Quick Attack, and we take it down with Pidgeotto. So, again, a heal. Go ahead and save. Opt to take on this last stud, who is now a Koga. And now he's got Nidoran male. take it down with Pound. Mew goes 15. Here's Tangela. We use Quick Attack. Again, flying type moves would be great. It uses Bind, which is super annoying. It's like Wrap. We take it down eventually with Quick Attack. And then we defeated Koga, quote unquote Koga. Head back to the Pokemon Center, of course. We gotta heal our Pokemon after those battles. Head back, and we're gonna take on our next trainer, of course. After our save, of course. And take on this guy who is not psychic instead of Bugcatcher. And we got a Nidorino. And I use Pound, and it uses Lyrio, so it's not doing damage. Then, Male Nidoran, take it down with Pound. Mew goes to level 16. So then I stick around this route to see what Pokemon we're gonna run into. We first run into Magmar, which his name is Boober in Japanese. Then we run into Muck. Hilarious. You know his name backwards. We make it faint. And then, Lickitung. It's like, come on. I'm super immature, so I thought that was hilarious. I try to catch it. Doesn't work. So I just say, screw it. And of course we're confused, which sucks, but we make it faint. And here, you're just gonna see me knock out some Pokemon. Run into Pidgeotto, level 5. And then, another Pidgeotto. And we make it faint. And then, we run into another Magmar. And we make it faint. I hit my champion to level 11. So at this point, I go back to the Pokemon Center, I heal. And then, I save it. And then we decide to go to Mount Moon. I run into an Onix. I run away. Then, run into Sandslash. I use Body Slam on it until it faints. And then pick up X Accuracy, which I'll sell. I never use those items. Then Weeping Bell appears. We try to catch it, doesn't work. It used Wrap, which is annoying. We use Comet Punch to make it faint. Then we come up here, pick up a Max Revive. I decide to switch some items around, and then I heal, and then I save. And we run into Parasect. Of course, I make it faint, because we need that experience. And I find an Onix, and I just run away from it. I don't have any water type or grass type. Then I come in here to pick up the item, which is now TM22, is Solar Beam. I decide not to teach it to anyone, because only Mew can learn it. And then I find Mew, because Mew keeps popping up in this randomizer. And I make it faint. And then run into Machop again. Same old story, we make it faint. My Chan goes to level 13. We find a Weezing. We run away from it, and we make it faint. I go down to here. I get confused with where the trainer's at, and then I run into Charizard. Here I use Body Slam, I make it, I paralyze it, use Ultra Ball, it misses. Finally, we caught another Pokemon. We got Charizard now added to our team. So I save the game, pick up the item, which is Ice Beam, and we teach it to Mew. Now I look and I realize, oh, I don't have any escape ropes. So this is when I just have to head back, and I end up running into a Rhydon. And then a Gloom. And then I'm just trying to exit the cave so I can heal, and then friggin' Marowak. So then we heal, because we need to heal Pokemon. And I switch Pokemon around, check Charizard's stats, and we head back. And here I'm gonna grind a little bit with Charizard, because we needed to go up some levels. Run into Gyarados, and it uses Hydro Pump. But it gets critical hit, so it doesn't knock us out. And then we get into Gloom, use Ember, basically to take it down. Charizard goes up a level, run into Weezing right before we're about to exit. So I decide, you know what, we're gonna make it faint. And I hate running into Pokemon in that one little pixel, it's so annoying. Charizard goes to level 11, we heal our Pokemon, go back to the cave, of course, save. And that's just when I'm like, okay, run into Pokemon, we're gonna battle them so we can get some sweet experience. Run into Onix here, we just run away. I come down here to pick up the item, run into a Gloom on the way, make it faint, because we need that experience. Pick up the item as a Nugget this time. And then we got another Gloom, so easy. Make it faint with Ember, but of course Charizard gets paralyzed. It goes to level 13. Then we find a Weezing. Then I try to run away from it, but it doesn't work out. So I switch to Hitmonchan. Use a Smog, and then it poisons it. So now I use Body Slam, I make it faint. And then we also paralyze it before we make it faint. And again, I realized, again, because I forgot that I didn't have friggin' any escape ropes, I just walk towards the exit of the cave, but take down any Pokemon along the way, and Mew goes to level 17. Here we got another Onix. I run away from it, or attempt to, and I get a successful run. Then Gyarados pops up, and I switch to Pidgeotto, and then I use Quick Attack on it, and then it uses Dragon Rage, and Dragon Rage makes our Pidgeotto faint. I try to catch it, doesn't work. And so I just use Mew to make it faint. And then we head back out of the cave, run into Sandslash along the way. I just try to run away, doesn't work out. And then eventually do make our way through the cave because we make it faint, make it back to the Pokemon Center. From there we save it, of course. And then we head back into the cave. And this is when I realized, well, maybe I shouldn't really grind too much. And I think I decided just to go through, but I wanted to get this item. And then, it's Mega Kick. And I wanted to check out what this other hidden item was, so I saved the game, took on the Rocket, who's now a juggler, and he's got a Psyduck. So I used Charizard, take it down with Scratch, and he has Jigglypuff. So I switched to Hitmonchan. I use Body Slam, and then I make it faint. Pick up the items, the rare candy. So we head out of this area, run into Gengar on the way, and we're going to take it down. It confuses Charizard. I try to catch it. Again, doesn't work. Charizard hits itself. It hits itself again. It's no longer confused. We burn the Gengar and it faints. Charizard's at level 15. And we're going to head back through the cave. Find a Weeping Bell. We make it faint because, you know, we need that experience. Pick up the item, which is TM2. We don't use it, obviously. Bulbasaur appears, we make it faint. We head on our way towards the exit of the cave. And here, I don't run into really a lot of Pokemon. I save it, take on the mandatory Rocket, who's now a juggler, who has Haunter. So I switch Pokemon, switch to Mew. Mew gets confused. We use Ice Beam, take it down, take it halfway down, then we use Ice Beam again. Then he has a Seadra, and then Hitmonchan uses Body Slam, we paralyze it, and Hitmonchan makes it faint, and it goes to level 15. We pick up the TM for Substitute instead of the Moonstone. I look, and then I start healing my Pokemon. I save it before this trainer. And we run into Mew before we take him on. And we take him on, now he's Chief, an unused class. And then he's got a Horsey, so we take it down. Then he's got Paris, so we switch to Charizard. And we use Ember, and we take it down. And he has Nidoking. Again, we have Ice Beam, so we can take it down. And we take it down, Mew goes to level 18. Pick up the Dome Fossil, because Lord Helix is a false prophet. But anyway, we pick up this item, which is TM41. We don't teach it to any Pokemon, it's soft-boiled. And then Gold Teeth, I thought that was funny. And we made it to Cerulean City. And of course, the first thing I do is heal. After we heal our Pokemon, we go up to the house, go outside, pick up the Revive where it used to be a rare candy, and then before we get to Nugget Bridge, save the game, and we take on our rival. And he's a Rocket, of course. He's got Rhyhorn at level 18, we switch to Mew, use Ice Beam, take it down in one hit, and then he has a Cloyster, switch to Hitmonchan, use Body Slam, it confuses us. We take a few hits. Hitmonchan's about to faint, but we managed to make it faint instead. He's got a Bulbasaur, we switch to Mew, use Ice Beam on it, take it down. And he's got Flareon, I keep Mew out, I use the Ice Beam on it. And then Pound, and then Pound again, and we make it faint. And we beat our rival. And now, on to Nugget Bridge, after I heal, of course, because I need to heal. And then head back up to Nugget Bridge after I buy some items, I buy some Pokeballs, I buy some potions. Then we go back to the other route, just to see what we'll find. We find Nidoking here, we have Charizard attack it, and then I try to catch it. I'm like, nah, try it again, and then we catch it. As you can see, we got another Pokemon, so now we got Nidoking on our team, which, you know, that's nice. Go back, heal, and now we head back to the ride. I moved some Pokemon around, and I decided, nah, we're not gonna go back there. We're gonna go to Nugget Bridge. I save the game. Take on the first trainer, who is, of course, a Psychic. He has a Tauros, So I switch Pokemon, I switch to Mew, use Ice Beam, take it down 2 hits, and then we learn Mega Punch at level 20, and then it comes Magmar. I switch to Hitmonchan and use Mega Kick. It uses Ember, use Body Slam, and we defeated the Psychic. And I heal, of course. And of course I save it. And of course this will be Koga again. And now he's got a Grimer. We use Thrash against it. Don't ask me why I used that move, I did. Milking grew level 12. We switched to Ember because he's got Tangela now. He uses Bind. But we end up eventually taking it down after we burn it. And then of course we save it. And then we take on this trainer, who is now Bug Catcher, because youngsters are Bug Catchers. He's got Scyther. And we switch to Charizard. Charizard uses Ember. And we take it down. And he's got a Butterfree. We keep Charizard out. We use Ember. We make it faint, but it confuses us. And then we make it faint. And then he's got a Meowth. So we switch to Hitmonchan. We use Body Slam a couple times. And we take him down. And of course, we're going to head back to the Pokemon Center because that's how we roll. I go ahead and heal. And after we heal, I save the game, of course. We're going to go back up to the Nugget Bridge. And take on the other Koga trainer. Because all the lasses are Koga. Got Weedle. Easy peasy. We take it down. 2 hits with Thrash. And he has Onix. We switch to Mew. We use Ice Beam. And we take it down. So we beat him. And then we save it right before this trainer. And he has a beauty, of course, because he's a male junior trainer. They got changed to beauties, but he's got Dragonair. Paralyzes a Mew, but we ain't managed to take it down. And I use Paralyze Hill to heal it. And I save. And then we take on the Juggler, who's supposed to be a rocket. He's got Staryu. And we use Thrash. We take it down 2 hits. And then out comes Lickitung. We're still using Thrash. And it uses Wrap on us, so I switched to Hitmonchan. I use Body Slam and take it down. And there we go, we beat Nugget Bridge. So now I got the TM for Blizzard, taught that to Mew, saved the game, picked up this item, which is a Dire Hit, save it, and then we take on what used to be a hiker, who is now Giovanni. And he starts with Caterpie. We take it down, just 2 hits. And he's got a Tangela, so we switch to Charizard. We use Ember, take it down 2 hits. And then we defeated Giovanni. And we picked up a potion instead of the ether that's there. And I decided to see what's here. Run into a Pidgey, run away. And then I run into another Pidgey, I run away again. And I try it again, and I find a Kingler. So then I use Tackle. Use Tackle again, use Bubble. Use a Pokeball, it doesn't work. Use another one, doesn't work. And so I just end up making it faint after I try to catch it again. And I say, screw it, make it faint. I heal. And then I take on the trainer here, which is again Koga instead of last. He's got Doduo. Use Thrash, take it down 2 hits. And then he's got Gengar, switch to Mew. And we use Blizzard. And it gets confused, but we hit with Ice Beam, and we end up defeating Koga again. We save the game, and of course, take on the Giovanni, who's used to be a hiker. He's got Sparrow, take it down, a couple hits. Then Haunter, we switch to Mew, we use Blizzard, almost takes it down 1 hit. Then we switch to Ice Beam and take it down. Then this Kingler, we keep Mew out, we use Mega Punch, we get a critical hit, use Ice Beam, take it down. And then here comes Rhydon, easy 1-shot with Ice Beam. Save the game. I take on this trainer since I want that hidden that item up there. It's Beauty. He's got Shelter. We use Thrash. Take it down 2 hits. And then here comes Weeping Bell. We use Charizard. We use Ember. We take it down 1 hit. And Charizard's at level 19. We pick up the item, which is a Helix Fossil instead of the Seismic Toss TM. Save the game. Take on Koga again. Mr. Mime. Use Thrash, take it down 2 hits, and then he's got an Ammonite, so we switch to Mew, use Ice Beam, does half, take it down with Ice Beam, then another Ammonite, use Blizzard, almost takes it down 1 hit, use Ice Beam, takes it down, and we defeated this Koga, and we head, and I forgot to pick up the item, which is a bicycle now instead of the ether or whatever. Talk to Bill, and then we get the SS ticket. After I have to use an item because I didn't have any room in my bag, so I get the SS ticket. And now with Nugget Bridge done, I hop on my newly acquired bicycle that I just got, and we head on down back to Cerulean City after I heal. We heal our Pokemon, of course. I decided to deposit some items because I have too many items in my bag, as you can see here. Then I go ahead and get back on the bicycle, but then I head to Misty's gym. I save the game, and then I take on the the junior trainer who is now Rival 1, who's got Marowak. We use Thrash on it. Nidoking is confused, it hits itself, it uses Bone Club. But then we switch to Mew and we take down the Pokemon, we take down Marowak. I save the game, we're about to take on Misty. And Misty is now a tamer who has Electrode. So you use Blizzard on it, takes it down 1 hit, and then Meowth. And we use Ice Beam, takes it down 1 hit. Got our second badge already. Look at that, that was super easy. I saved the game, and now, of course, we have to heal. So I go ahead and heal my Pokemon, and decide to get on a bicycle, go out here, take on the Rocket, who's supposed to give you TM28, who's not a juggler. He starts with Pinsir. We use Ice Beam. We almost take it down in 1 hit. We take it down. And then here comes Pidgeotto. We use Ice Beam and we take it down. And there we go. And then we get TM35 instead of Dig, and it's Metronome, so useless to me. I don't end up using it. We head down towards Vermilion City, of course. Pick up the items, now TM17 instead of the Full Restore. Pick up HM5, which is Flash, of course, but I never use that. I don't need to use it in Gen 1. And then we take on these 2 trainers. First off, of course, we got Rival 1, who has a Hypno. Uses Hypnosis, super annoying. Mew wakes up next turn, we use Ice Beam, take it down, and out comes Ninetales. We keep Mew, and we almost take it down with Blizzard. Ice Beam finishes the job, and now we got Poliwrath to worry about. So we use Body Slam against it, and Hitmonchan goes to level 18. So we save the game. We gotta take on this trainer, who of course is a beauty instead. Now she's got Victory Bell. We take it down with Ice Beam, and out comes Weezing. Keep Mew in, we use Blizzard, and it takes it down. And now we head down towards Vermilion City. Go straight to SS instead of healing. And of course, this is I'm like, okay, I'm going to use a healing item. Switch Pokemon around, save the game. Take on the Gentleman, who is now a Chandler, who starts with Hitmonchan. Use Quick Attack on it. Uses Comet Punch on us. But then we switch Nidoking. We use Thrash. And we don't take it down. We take it down 2 hits. Then she's got Ekans, so we switch to Pidgeotto, use Quick Attack, and eventually we take it down, and we defeated the Chandler. Okay, so we're about to take on another Chandler right here. Starts with Dodrio, we switch to Mew, because we want Pidgeotto to get some experience, but we use Ice Beam, take it down, 1 hit, and out comes Horsey, switch back to Pidgeotto, use Quick Attack, use a Smoke Screen. Lowers our accuracy, we miss, but we eventually get to take it down with Quick Attack, of course. And Pidgeotto go to level 18. So here, I always forget what cabins have trainers. And here I opted to take on this trainer, who of course is a bug catcher now. He's got a Parasect. We switch to Charizard and we use Ember. And we defeat him and we pick up this, which is the Pokeflute. The TM for Body Slam has been changed to the Pokeflute. So, I'm going to try to pick up this item, so I get rid of a few items. Figure, teach Razor Wind to Pidgeotto. Then I get freaking Hyper Beam TM, and I teach it to Charizard. I was looking to see which Pokemon had the higher attack stat, but so I taught it to Charizard. And here, this is when I also forget which areas have items in them. So I decided to go in here, take on this junior trainer who used to be a, who was really supposed to be a fisherman. And got a Growlithe, and Alakazam. And we defeat him. Easy peasy. Switch Pokemon save, because we gotta find another Chandler. And she's got a Porygon. I use Blizzard on it, freeze it, and we take it down. And we defeated her. And we got a Max Repel. Again, I forgot that there's where the items were. But anyway, here's another Chandler. She starts with the Sandshrew. We use Ice Beam. We take it down. Out comes Machoke, and we use Ice Beam on it and take it down in one hit. And Mew goes to level 27, and we pick up another Max Repel. And again, I forget. I always save in this corner, and we're gonna take on my rival again, who's now a Cue Ball. And it starts with Hitmonchan at level 19. It has a Dratini at level 16. We take it down. Has a Cubone. We take it down with Blizzard. Dugtrio, which I run out of PP, so I just decided to switch Pokemon. I use Charizard, use Hyper Beam, and we do it again, and we make it faint. And Charizard goes to level 20. And we're about to get HM for cut. I always look at a trash can. Then we get to talk to the captain, get the HM for cut, teach it to Charizard. And from there, we've got our HM. I save it, of course. And then here, I think I just opt to pick up some items. And I realize there's nothing there. There's trainers out there. So then I go down here to the other cabins so I can pick up some items. As you see, I ran out of room, tossed the Dire Hit, just got an antidote, and I decided to toss that. Yeah, I picked up a Soda Pop, which is going to be great. That'll definitely help us, so we can pretty much beat him pretty quickly now. We don't have to pick up a drink from Celadon. Take on the Sailor, who is now Lance. All the Sailors are Lance now. Ice Beam on the Poliwhirl, and then Mega Punch. And then out comes Caterpie, and we just take it out in one hit. And Mew goes to level 28, and we pick up TM47, which is Explosion, and obviously I'm not going to teach that to any of my Pokemon. So now, I decide to leave the SS and, since I picked up all the items that we can get. I think there are a couple more items I might have missed, but I didn't feel like dealing with it. So I decided, well, let's just take on Lieutenant Surge. And of course we gotta do the trash can puzzle, everyone's favorite puzzle, right? But I was able to solve it pretty quickly. I think I stopped there for a second to talk about something. Anyway, save the game, and we're about to take on Lieutenant Surge. And spoiler, yeah, he's Lieutenant Surge still, but he's got an Eevee this time instead. So we use the Ice Beam, take it down in one hit, and Hitmonchan. Take it down in one hit, and Dragonite. So easy. We got another badge. It's funny that it's still Lieutenant Surge. And I want to get this item, which is now a Max Potion instead of Thunderbolt. And so, we defeated Lieutenant Surge, who was actually Lieutenant Surge. And here I sell some stuff. And then I was gonna see what would happen if I talked to this dude, but since I already got the bicycle, it doesn't do anything. So I come back, and I guess I was gonna buy something I never did. And I decided, well, I'll go through Dalek's Cave, but then I realized I don't need to do that. I can just walk over here, because I have the Pokeflute. Since we picked up the Pokeflute instead of some item, I forget what it was. So I go here, I take on the Gambler, who is now a Bird Keeper who has a Staryu. Take it down with Mega Punch, and then Starmie, take it down with Mega Punch. Almost. Yeah, we did it. Defeat it. Then I go through here, I save the game, I have a Pokeflute, I use it, and we wake up Snorlax, and I just run away from it. So then we go up to, towards Lavender Town. Of course, there is a trainer we're gonna have to fight, which I saved before I fight him. And he's a junior trainer, because all the fishermen are junior trainers now. He starts with Execute, we take it down. He's Oddish, we take it down. And Moltres, we take it down with almost with Blizzard, but then we take it down with Mega Punch. And Mew goes to level 30. And we head up to Lavender Town, of course. And of course, we got a hill. So, from here, I head over here to take on once a Gambler is now a Bird Keeper, of course, because we just did that. Take down this Charizard with Ice Beam, and Zapdos with Ice Beam as well. And we defeated him. So we head over to Saffron, because I was like, oh yeah, I got the Soda Pop. So now we're in Saffron City. I saved the game. And I was like, oh yeah. For some reason, I was thinking I could go through Silphco, I don't know why. And I wanted to pick up this, which is now the Lift Key. Which is going to be pointless, because I'm not even going to go to Rocket Hideout in this playthrough. I just do the Pokédown exploit or oversight. Spoiler alert there. I don't know if that's really cheating or not. So we didn't make it to Celadon. Heal my Pokemon. And from here, I go over here because I want to get Fly. Gotta get the HM for Fly, of course. So we pick up that HM for Fly. We finally, Pidgeotto has a flying type move. And now we can pretty much fly to wherever we need to go. So I head back to Lavender Town. I pick up some escape ropes. I tried to sell some things, but I decided not to. Switch Pokemon around. And then I go to the Pokemon Tower. And I take on my rival. Keyball still. He's got Kadabra. I use Fly. I use Confusion, but Pidgeotto survives. Take it down. Out comes Goldeen, so we switch to Nidoking. We use Thrash. Take it down in 2 hits. And out comes Horsey. Yeah, I think that was 3 hits, but anyway, we defeated Horsey. Here comes Poliwag. We use Hitmonchan. Puts us to sleep a couple times. And Hitmonchan does not want to wake up. And it's even slower. And we finally take it down with Body Slam. Out comes Pikachu. We keep Hitmonchan out. We use Body Slam. We paralyze Pikachu. Take it down. And we defeated our rival. And as at this point, I remember that I actually need to pick up the Pokédoll before going through here. So I head back to Celadon City. And then I head to the Mart, of course. And we're going to pick up the Pokédoll here. And once we get the Pokédoll, we head back to Lavender Town after I pick up that item, because I wanted to see what it was instead of the TM for counter. It is a great ball. So we head back to Lavender Town, and here we're gonna go through Pokemon Tower, of course. And then I save before I take on the quote-unquote Chandler, who is now a scientist. So I know you've seen Chief before, which is an unused class. It just uses a sprite for the scientist. But all the Chandlers are scientists. But we take down her Charmander. Now she's got a Goldeen. We take it down. And we defeated Scientist. And we picked up the TM for Bubble Beam. So I decided to teach it to Nidoking because we need water type moves. Pick up the TM for Counter. And I decided not to use that. I don't think I had any repels here. And then I realized, well, then I need to leave. But I think I bought some escape routes, but I guess I forgot I did. So I go back, I sell some stuff, pick up the few super repels. Of course, we're back in the tower. Yeah, I have escape ropes. I don't know why I didn't use it. I guess I forgot to pick them up. And I decided, well, I'm gonna pick up this item. I toss Explosion. It's a PP up, which I'm gonna use on Blizzard for Mew's Blizzard. And here I heal my Pokemon, of course. And I forgot, well, I can easily not be detected by this trainer, but I forgot about it. So then I pick up this Lemonade, and I end up switching Pokemon around. And then we're about to take on another Chandler, aka it's not really a Chandler, of course it's a scientist. He has a Mewtwo. And it almost takes out Pidgeotto in 1 hit, so we switch Pokemon. It uses Psychic on Mew, but then we use Mega Punch on it, get a critical hit, and then we get a critical hit again. And then we defeated him. Also, Pidgeotto went up a level there, tried to learn Whirlwind, but that move sucks. And Gen 1, completely pointless. Take on another scientist who has Execute, take it down in 1 hit with the Ice Beam. Pick up a Repel. Run into the Marowak. We just use the Pokédoll, of course. And we're switching Pokemon around. We're gonna save it before we take on some Jugglers, even though they're supposed to be Rockets. Starts with Amistar. We switch to Mew. It uses Withdrawal. We attack it with Mega Punch and Blizzard and Ice Beam, and we froze it with Ice Beam. So we end up taking it down. It uses Magneton, so we use Blizzard on the Magneton. Then we use Ice Beam, take it down. Mew goes up a level, and then out comes Slowpoke, and Pidgeotto will come back out. We use Fly a couple times, and then we eventually make the Slowpoke faint. And then it's up to fight the next Juggler. Just gotta save it. I look for items. I don't have any healing items, I guess, so out comes Nidoran, male, uses Focus Energy, we take it down. Out comes Dodrio, we switch to Mew, and then we're gonna use Ice Beam to take it down in 1 hit. And this Juggler is defeated, so now we gotta take on this other Juggler before we can rescue Mr. Fuji. And he's got a Primate at level 23, we use Pidgeotto. We missed with Fly, we eventually hit it, and then we hit Quick Attack, and out comes a Magikarp. We just use Quick Attack on it to make it faint. And then out comes Seal. Pidgeotto is at level 23, so we keep Pidgeotto out to defeat the Seal. We use Fly a couple times, but Pidgeotto faints, so we switch to Charizard. I use Cut on it, and use Scratch and defeat it. And then out comes the Rhydon. I switch to Mew and use Ice Beam and take it down in one hit. And now all the Rockets, aka, or the Jugglers, are defeated, and now we can rescue Mr. Fuji. And of course, he's going to give us a Pokeflute again, because this is an item that we need to get, and just in case if we didn't pick it up before. So this is when I decided to deposit some items, because I'm going to pick up some more items in the future, and I need the room in my bag. Thank God Gen 2 actually gave us separate slots for different items and stuff, so that was always great. And now I decide we're going to take on Erica, so I head down to the gym, and we're on our way to the gym. Of course, there's one trainer in here I'll fight. That's usually what I do. Save it before the trainer. He used to be a beauty, but he was now a super nerd. Starts with a Growlithe. We use Fly on it with Pidgeotto, and we almost take it down, but then we use Quick Attack to finish it off, and we defeated the beauty aka, or the super nerd. Save before Erica. And we go to take on Erica, who is now a hiker, who starts with Butterfree. Pidgeotto is confused, and it hits itself, so we switch Pokemon. We use Charizard, we use Ember, it paralyzes us, and confuses us, and Charizard hits itself 2 times, we take it down eventually, once it's done hitting itself, with Ember, and then Scratch. And then out comes the Bellsprout, it uses Wrap, because we're paralyzed, so we don't get to go first, and I try to, just deal with it, but I decided to switch Pokemon and switch to Mew, use Ice Beam, take it down in one hit, use Ice Beam against the Victory Bell, and it uses Razor Leaf, but we still managed to take it down, and we defeated Hiker or Erica, and we got a Dome Fossil instead of the TM, and of course we got our next badge. So from here I decided to go back to our house on accident, and I just decided to heal. I was trying to go to Saffron City, and from here we're gonna go ahead and go back to this route for some reason. I don't know why. Well, we're going back to Lavender Town. And then go down here. And I think here I actually decided to go down to Fuchsia. And then we take on this trainer who used to be a rocker, who's now a black belt. He starts the Rapidash. We switch Pokemon to Mew. And we use Blizzard on the Rapidash. Almost take it down. And then we finish it off with Ice Beam. Out comes Muck. We use Ice Beam. Use Ice Beam again. And a Mega Punch. And we defeat the black belt. Pick up this item. It's still a Super Rod because it's a key item. I was hoping it would be a different item. So yeah, here we're going to head over to Fuchsia. Save before we take on this trainer. He used to be a bird keeper who is now a burglar. Starts with the Hitmonchan. We take it down with a couple flies. After it headsets with freaking Comet Punch. Out comes the Onix. We use Mew. We use Ice Beam. Take it down in one hit. And we defeated Burglar. And here comes Rival 1, because it's a junior trainer female originally. Starts with Raichu, we take it down with Blizzard almost, and then we use Ice Beam to finish it off. Now out comes Dodrio, we use Ice Beam, take it down. And here comes Pidgeot, and then we take it down with Ice Beam. And here comes Squirtle, so we switch to Hitmonchan, we use Body Slam. Use Body Slam again, paralyze the Squirtle, and then take it down with Body Slam. And out comes the last Squirtle, last Pokemon in her team, or his team I guess. And we defeated the Rival 1. Got the TM for Body Slam again. We got a second Body Slam TM. Use that on Charizard. Decided to go this way. I wanted to pick up an item. I was debating at first if I was going to, but I do anyway. Go back. Take on this next Burglar. Starts with Chansey. We use Fly on it. Almost take it down. Next turn we use Fly again and take it down. Pidgeotto goes level 25. Out comes a Hitmonchan. We use Fly on it after it uses a Comet Punch and hits us 4 times, but then we defeat it. Pidgeotto goes to level 26. Out comes the Growlithe at level 26. We paralyze it with Body Slam with Charizard. And out comes Kingler. We use Mew. Decides to use Mega Punch on it, almost taken out, and then Mega Punch finishes it off. And we pick up a Pokeball. All that for a Pokeball. Man, sometimes randomizers are good, sometimes, it's just fun. But anyway, I was hoping for something better other than a freaking Pokeball. But here we are. We're about to make it to Fuchsia. Go through the grass, and we're in Fuchsia. So we head back down to the Pokemon Center, of course, the hill, as always. That's usually what I do first. And here, this is like, oh yeah, I got the gold teeth. That's right. So let's go give them to the warden. So now we got the strength HM. I teach it to Hitmonchan. We pick up this item, which used to be rare candy. Now it's the TM for Thunderbolt, which is awesome. We finally got an electric type move. And so now we head to the Safari Zone, since we need to get Surf, of course. So while I'm here, I decide to use a Max Repel, because, you know, I don't want to run into anything. But then I still run into something, because, you know, my Pokemon up front's still at a certain level where it's not going to get, like, I'll still run into Pokemon. But anyway, I get the TM for Psychic in here, thank God. So I finally have Psychic, get an Elixir. The gold teeth are still there, because again, key items are still the same in the overworld. Pick up the HM for Surf, teach it to Nidoking, and then I decide just to get out of here. I don't need to do anything else. I heal again, because that's what I do. And then I come back to the Pokemon Center, deposit some items, so again I can get, you know, more items in the future. And I have a second set of gold teeth that are pointless to me. So I save it, take on what used to be a juggler, now is an engineer. Starts with a Poliwag, and switches to a Meowth, and I take it down. Switches back to the Poliwag, I switch to Mew, who now knows Thunderbolt, take it down one hit, it switches to Parasect, and we switch to Pidgeotto, take it down in one hit, and then the Champ comes out, and we use Pidgeotto to defeat the Champ, almost, but it defeats our Pidgeotto. So we finish it off with Hitmonchan. We beat the engineer. Then I use a revive that I picked up early in the game. But then I decided to go back to the Pokemon Center anyway. What a waste of a revive. I don't know why I did that. So I come back, defeat this other mandatory engineer who used to be a juggler. And he starts with Aerodactyl. Lo and behold. But now we actually have something to deal with the damage to it now. But he switches to his Krabby. And we use Thunderbolt on Krabby. And we keep Mew out. We use Blizzard on Aerodactyl and take it down in one hit. So now it's time to take on Koga. And Koga is actually now a biker. And he starts with Ekans. We keep Pidgeotto out. I use Fly against it a few times. And I make it faint. Out comes a Mr. Mime. I switch to Mew. I use Blizzard and miss. I use Blizzard again. Do some good damage. We use Ice Beam. It uses Double Slap on us. We use Ice Beam on it, and it takes it down. Out comes a Nidoqueen. We take it down almost with one Psychic. Defeat it. And then here comes a Mew. He's got a Mew. And it uses Toxic on our Mew. And of course, it's not really going that great for us. So there goes Charizard. I switch to Hitmonchan. I paralyze the Mew. Still takes our Hitmonchan out. Switch to Nidoking, it uses Thrash, it takes us down with Psychic. Pidgeotto, use Fly, and it takes our Pidgeotto down. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to reset. There's another reset. It's been a while since I reset, so that's our next reset. But I'm determined. I really want to beat the biker who used to be Koga. So I try to take him on again. Of course, it starts with Ekans again. And we use Pidgeotto to take it down. Out comes Mr. Mime. I keep Pidgeotto out this time. I use Fly against it. Use Quick Attack. Use Quick Attack. Use Fly again. Use Quick Attack again. Take it down. Out comes the Nidoking. Switch to Mew. Use Psychic on it. It takes it down one hit. And out comes his Mew. And it used Transform on us. And it used Blizzard on us. And our Mew was frozen solid. Of course. So then it starts taking down our Pokemon one by one, as you can see in this footage. I get so close, yet so far, and yeah, that's going to be another reset, by the way. So that's another reset. I came very close, and as you can see, I came so close that I wanted to try to do it again. So take him on again, use Pidgeotto to try to take down his Ekans. And we eventually do take it down. We don't get as lucky as we did last time. So we switch to Charizard from Mr. Mime. It uses Light Screen. We eventually take it down with Body Slam, and we paralyze it too, so that was nice. We just Double Slap. It freaking hit us 5 times. But here comes Nidoqueen again. I switch to Mew. I take it down one hit, and here comes his Mew. It uses Transform. I use Blizzard on it. It uses Thunderbolt on us. We're paralyzed. We use Blizzard. It uses Blizzard on us. And we use Blizzard and we finally defeated the dang bikers. So we finally got our next badge. And I think I got the HM for cut there instead, which was completely pointless. So I fly and I go to back to Saffron. And I think I'm depositing some items again. And I head to the Pokemart. I pick up some Hyper Potions, like 15 of them. And I start selling some of my items. And now we're gonna go to Silphco. Yep, we go through Silphco, and I think, yeah, I wanted to pick up some items, and I get lost here for some reason. You know, I've been playing this game since I was a kid. And I know I know the maze like the back of my head, or back of my hand. So I know where to go to actually progress. But for some reason, I think I just wanted to go and explore and maybe find some items. And that's why you just see me walking around. I don't know why I did that. So I was like, yeah, we're just gonna go the route I usually take. So we take on this juggler. It starts with a Venonat. We take it out in one hit. He's got Gloom. We take it out almost, but we missed. And then we take it out one time. Out comes a Tentacruel, we switch to Mew, use Thunderbolt, almost take it out, and we take it out the next turn, and we beat the Juggler. It was here, decided to go the route I usually take. I pick up an Ether, which I think it's usually an Elixir if I remember correctly, or a Max Ether. But take on this Juggler, he's got a Dragonite, it uses freaking Thunder Wave, so it paralyzes Mew, but we eventually take it down with Blizzard. And we defeat him, and we pick up the card key. So now I can get to other areas, pick up this item, it's TM27, which is Fissure. I'm just not gonna bother with it. And here, I think eventually, I just gave up on getting items. And I got the TM for Toxic, which is what we should have got, but from the biker, which would be Koga. But here's a Juggler, he's got an Arbok. We switch to Mew, and we use Psychic on it, and we take it out in one hit. And out comes a Raichu, and we switch to Charizard. We use Body Slam on it, paralyze it, it paralyzes us, it uses Thunder Shock, takes our Charizard out in one hit. We switch to Hitmonchan, it paralyzes us again, but Hitmonchan finishes it off. Out comes a Pidgeot, switch to Mew, and we're fully paralyzed. Then we use Thunderbolt, and we take it down, and we defeat the Juggler. And here I go and heal the Nurse Joy right there. And this is when I'm like, okay, well now that I've got the card key, I'm just going to go ahead and continue, save the game, and we're going to take on our next rival fight. And out comes a Krabby, and we use Fly on it. And we switch to Mew, and we use Thunderbolt on the Krabby, take it down. Out comes a Ghastly, we use Psychic, take it out in one hit. Out comes a Golduck, we use Thunderbolt on it, almost take it down, and we take it down next turn. Out comes a Dragonair, we use Blizzard on it. Take it down in one hit. Out comes an Aerodactyl. We use Blizzard on it. Almost defeat it. And then we use Ice Beam to finish it off. And we beat our rival. And here I decide to pick up a Lapras. I don't know why I did that. I did not need the Lapras. I already have a Pokemon in Reserve. So I switched some Pokemon around. I decided to go back and heal, of course, because I have the opportunity to do that. And here we're going to go ahead and take on the Juggler before Giovanni, and then take on Giovanni himself, of course. Now here's the Juggler before Giovanni. Starts with a Muck, switch to Mew. Use Thunder, freaking use Disable, but thankfully it didn't disable with Psychic. But take it down, out comes a Dodrio, we take it down in one hit with Ice Beam. Out comes a Tentacruel, and we use Thunderbolt on it, and we take it down. So now it's off to take on Giovanni. I saved the game, and this is the first time we take on Giovanni, who is Lorelei now. Starts with Vaporeon, we switch to Mew, we use Thunderbolt on it, take down almost 3 hits, takes 3 hits to take it down. Out comes a Seal, use Thunderbolt, take it down one hit. Out comes a Ditto, switch to Nidoking, use Thrash, and then it uses Bubble Beam. And we're stuck using Thrash, and that takes our Nidoking out. We switch to Mew, use Blizzard, take it down. Out comes a Squirtle, we switch to Pidgeotto, use Fly, and then we use it again. And it uses Skull Bash on us, we use Fly again, and uses Skull Bash on us again. But we take it down almost with a quick attack, and then the next turn we take it down. Beating Lorelei, who is supposed to be Giovanni. and the chief, the owner of Silk Code gets a freaking metronome instead of the Master Ball, which I'm not gonna use. I never really used that move anyway. So, switch some Pokemon around, and I decided to head on to the gym. And of course, I'm just moving around, and I'm not gonna take on any trainers there. We're just gonna get to Sabrina. I save the game, and we take on Sabrina, who is now a swimmer, who starts with Snorlax, by the way. We switch to Mew, we use Blizzard on it. We use Body Slam, we use Psychic on it and take it down. And out comes a Farfetch, we use Thunderbolt on it, take it down. Out comes Arbok, we use Psychic on it, and we take it down. And here comes an Abra, super easy to take down, it only knows Teleport. We use Charizard, we use Hyper Beam, use Cut on it, and then we use Hyper Beam again to take it down. And we defeated the swimmer, or it's supposed to be Sabrina. We get a Burn Hill from her, completely useless. I use the Escape Rope, and then we head back to Pallet Town, so we can go down to Cinnabar Island. Here I use a Repel, I don't want to run into any Pokemon. And we're going to head down to Cinnabar Island, and make it to Cinnabar, and go to the Pokemon Center, of course. And we're actually going to deposit some items here. Or actually, no, I withdraw, I think, an item. And, oh no, I think, I couldn't tell. But yeah, I have the fossils, so yeah, yes, that's right. I did withdraw the fossils. I wanted to go ahead and get the Dome fossil to the scientist, and I got Kabuto. Did the same with the Helix fossil, even though I said it was a false prophet. I still got it randomly because it was a random item. But I'm gonna use Kabuto in my party and not Ammonite because I like Kabuto better. So that's our party now, and we head to the burned tower, not burned tower, but the burnout house or whatever. I don't call it Pokemon Mansion for the Gen 1 games because I didn't call it Pokemon Mansion back then. I think it was just called Burned House. That's what the strategy guy called it. But anyway, I'm going to pick up some items here. Got the TM for Thunder, but I decided not to teach it to anyone. Got an Iron instead of the TM for Blizzard, which we already got Blizzard. We don't need it again. I run into a Hitmonlee because it's at level 42 and Mew's at level 40. I take it down. Go up here, switch to Switch. Go up here, pick up the items, a TM46, which is Sidewave, completely useless. I toss it. Pick up this item, TM2, which is a Razor Wind again. I throw it away. Get the secret key. I look for a hidden item and I forget where it's at. So I just decided, oh wait. I check my inventory, don't have any freaking escape ropes, so we're gonna have to do this the long way. I look for more hidden items and I can't remember where they're at. And I gotta switch again so I can exit. So I use a super repel this time because I'm out of max repels. I see that there's another item. I toss an item to pick it up, and it's just a TM for takedown. So what a waste of time. So then we run into a Cubone at level 40. I take it down with Ice Beam, and then we head out of the burned house. And of course, we're gonna go to the Pokemon Center before I go to the gym, and we heal. And then I go to the gym, and here I decide to take on every single trainer before taking on Blame because I felt like I needed more experience. And yeah, burglars are now Sabrina. She starts with Dodrio, we switch to Mew, use Thunderbolt, take it down. Then she switches to Cubone, we switch to Kabuto, take it down a couple turns with Bubble Beam. Then we switch to Mew because she's got Fearow, we use Thunderbolt, and we take it down, we defeat her. So then we take on the next one. Again, it's gonna actually be a Chief. It's a different trainer class. Starts with Magnemite. We switch to Mew. We use Psychic on it. Almost take it down. Then Ice Beam finishes it off. He has a Mewtwo. We use Ice Beam on it. We freeze the Mewtwo. We use Blizzard and Ice Beam to eventually take it down. And Thunderbolt. And he has a Beedrill. We switch to Charizard. We use Ember on it. And we eventually take it down with a few things of Ember. And we defeated him. And, yep, we defeated Chief. So, now we heal our Kabuto. Take on another Chief here. He starts with Golduck. We switch to Mew. Use Thunderbolt. And we take it down in 2 hits. Then it has Dratini. We use Ice Beam. Take it down in 1 hit. He has a Pinsir. We switch to Charizard. Use Ember. Use a Seismic Toss on us. We use Ember again. And we use Ember again because he decided to use Guillotine. And out comes the Poliwag, which is his last Pokemon. We take it down with Thunderbolt, and we defeated this Chief. So then, of course, we take on the next trainer, who's Sabrina, who has a Haunter. We switch to Mew. It uses Confuse Ray. We hit ourselves in Confusion. We do it again. Finally, we hit with Psychic and take it down one hit. Kabuto goes up a level. So that trainer is defeated. Going on to the next one, who's a Chief, who starts with Mankey. I switch to Pidgeotto. He uses Thrash and takes us down because it's faster. But then we switch to Mew, take it down with Psychic, and we defeated the Chief. We take on the next trainer right here after we heal some Pokemon because we need to heal. And it's another Sabrina because, you know, I'm pretty sure the Poke Nerds got turned into Sabrina. And Charizard's poison. She starts with Gloom, but we take it down eventually with Ember, of course. But now Charizard actually gets faints, but we switch to Nidoking, but then it puts us to sleep. Nidoking stays asleep for a little bit, and eventually, it wakes up. Sleep's so annoying. Then she switches to Shelter. We switch to Mew. We take it down with one hit, and she's defeated. So we heal again, because we need to heal again. And I decided to save at this point and take on the last trainer. There's another Chief. Starts with the Eevee. Keep Kabuto out. Use Bubble Beam on it, even though it lowered her accuracy. Keep using Bubble Beam. Use Scratch, but you keep missing. And we eventually have to switch Pokemon. So then, here comes Hitmonchan. We finish it off. And now here's a Clefairy. And this stupid Clefairy was so annoying because it kept using moves to raise its evasion. So we couldn't really hit it that great. But eventually we do take it down with Mew. It takes a few turns, but we eventually do get the hits that we need. And Psychic hits, and we finally defeated this Chief. So of course we gotta heal before we take on Blaine. And of course I save it. So you go ahead and take on Blaine, who is now a cool trainer, a male cool trainer. Starts with Drowsy. We switch to Mew. We use Blizzard on the Drowsy, freeze it. Use Ice Beam on it a couple times to make it faint. And out comes a Poliwag. We use Thunderbolt on it, take it out in one hit. Here comes a Magmar. We switch to Kabuto. It gets burned, and we use Bubble Beam on it, but we're also confused now too. And Bubble Beam's doing some decent damage, but again we get confused and we're burned, so I decided to switch back to Mew. I use Psychic on the Magmar to take it down. He has a Dragonite. We mess with Blizzard. I hit with Blizzard next turn, take it down in one hit, and we beat Blaine, or the cool trainer. So we finally got our 7th badge. We just got our 7th badge. And of course I don't have any escape rope, so I can't just use an escape rope to get out. So I fly back to Viridian City, heal my Pokemon, and opt to take on Giovanni, who is now Lorelei, of course, if you remember. I'm gonna save in the gym. Let's see what this item is. It's TM9, which is takedown again, freaking useless. So take on this trainer who's a gambler instead of a cool trainer. He starts with Venomoth, and we switch to Mew. And we use Psychic on the Venomoth to take it down in one hit, and we defeated the Gambler. So then we take on the Karate King, who is now Erica, or he says he's a Karate King, he's a black belt, but he's Erica now, he has an Ammonite. And so we take it down with Mew, and then of course Aerodactyl, take it down in one hit, and Ghastly, and we just use Psychic to finish it off. As you can see, so many trainers had Aerodactyl in this ROM, it's ridiculous. And here, I leave, and I come back, and for some reason, I went that way. I don't know why. You can't go that way. I was thinking that the trainer wouldn't be there anymore. I don't know. But anyway, we're about to take on Giovanni, or Lorelei in this case. It starts with Dragonair. We switch to Mew. It uses Thunder Wave. It uses Slam. We use Blizzard on it. Take it out one hit. Out comes the Dewgong. Keep Mew out. Use Thunderbolt. Almost taken out. We paralyze the Dewgong. We take it out next turn. Out comes a Pikachu. We use Kabuto, and it uses Thunder and takes us down one hit. We switch to Nidoking. We use Horn Attack. We use Horn Attack because for some reason, a good AI, Pikachu kept using Agility. And out comes an Abra. Super easy. Just keep Nidoking out and use Horn Attack. Out comes Machamp, and we switch to Pidgeotto, and it takes it out in one hit. We switch to Mew, and because we're paralyzed, it goes first. So I switch to Charizard, don't do much damage. I think I'm about to reset though eventually too, because I figured, I don't know, I might actually defeat it. But I kept Charizard out, and I kept using Leer, that's right. So yeah, I beat Lorelei, or Giovanni, but for some reason it just kept using Leer against the Charizard, I'm not sure why. So then I got my final badge. So with that, of course, we head back to the Pokemon Center to heal, because we gotta heal, of course. And of course, I get back on my bicycle, decide to see what this guy gives me. It gives me TM42, which actually turns out to be a burn hill, because, you know, TM42 is Dream Eater. So I take on my rival, who starts with a Ghastly. I switch to Mew, and we use Psychic, and we take it out. Out comes Dugong, we use Thunderbolt, almost take it out, and then we use it again, take it out. Mew goes to level 44, out comes Primate, we use Psychic, take it out, one hit. Mewtwo comes out, it uses Swift, we use Blizzard on it. It uses Disable, Disables our Psychic, we use Blizzard on it, and then Ice Beam, and then Ice Beam again, and then Blizzard, take it out. Out comes a Charmander, we switch to Kabuto, used Bubble Beam, and take it out in 3 hits. So we defeat it, and out comes the Aerodactyl. We switch back to Mew. It uses Takedown, we use Blizzard, and we take it out in 1 hit, again with the Aerodactyl. So now we can make it through Victory Road and head towards the Elite Four already. So, of course, we gotta go through the gate. And this part's always tedious, of course. So yeah, I mean, about to take on the Elite Four. And now, I did mention, I don't know if you remember, at the beginning of this video, I did mention that I will be using healing items, and that this is not a challenge run. And yeah, I end up using healing items in the Elite Four, just FYI, just remember that. But I came close. I was like, you know what, screw it, this isn't a challenge video. I run into a Machoke here. I think you originally can run into it anyway. I don't take on any trainers here because I didn't really feel the need to, but I did pick up this item. I had to toss an item, of course, and it was just a freaking old rod, another waste of freaking space there. Completely useless to me. And here we're just gonna use some repels so we don't run into Pokemon. Pick up this item after I toss some burn hills. And it's the HM for Surf. Completely useless again. I don't know why I did that, but it doesn't really matter anyway. So then we're just gonna finish up the boulder puzzle course. And pick up a TM for TM35, which is another freaking TM for Metronome. Again, I'm not gonna use Metronome, it sucks. Get back on our bicycle, move the last boulder, because this is actually the last boulder before we exit the cave. And we're gonna head up, and of course I'm gonna heal my Pokemon, because that's what I do. And here I decide to sell some items, even though I really don't need to. And then for some reason I decided to deposit a bunch of items. Again, I really did not need to do that. So I buy a bunch of foolery stores, I save outside the Elite Four, and I go ahead and take on Lorelei. And Lorelei is actually a junior trainer who starts with Mew. We use Blizzard on it, use Blizzard again, it transforms into us, and then it uses Blizzard, it does a lot of damage to us, and then it takes us down. But I persevere and try to beat her, and Kabuto gets taken down, and I decide, no, we're just gonna reset. So that's another reset right there. And so I go back, try to take her on again. Of course, it starts with Mew, we use our Mew, use Blizzard, it gets a critical hit, and it uses Fire Spin after it uses Metronome. It uses Blizzard again, it uses Metronome, it uses Sand Attack, but we take it down. Out comes a Ninetales, so we switch to Kabuto. We use Bubble Beam, of course. It uses Ember, we use Bubble Beam, just keep spamming Bubble Beam, doing some damage, and we take it down. And out comes a Meowth, so I switch to Charizard. It uses Slash and takes us out one hit, Nidoking. And then we use Thrash, do some good damage, but then it takes us out. Switch to Mew, use Psychic on it, takes it out. Out comes a Scyther, it uses Swords Dance, we use Psychic. It uses Double Team, we miss. But then we hit with a Psychic this time, and then the Chop. And we finish off with the Chop in one hit. And we beat Lorelei, or the junior trainer in this case. Excuse me. So then, I decided not to save it. It looked like it might have saved it there, but I didn't. Because I was expecting to lose. But anyway, youngster. Bruno is not a youngster. And it starts with a Seadra. And we end up taking out Thunderbolt. And it comes Drowsy. We use Blizzard. And he uses X Defend. We use Ice Beam. He uses Meditate. And we take it down. Out comes a Lickitung. We use Psychic on it. It uses Slam. We use Ice Beam on it. Take it down. Out comes a Gloom. Decide to switch to Pidgeotto. I Fly. He uses X Defend. I use Fly again. It uses Acid. I use Fly again. He uses X Defend, Pedal Dance, so we use Fly, and takes down Pidgeotto. But we switch to Mew, use Ice Beam, out comes a Weeping Bell, we use Ice Beam on it, and we use Psychic to finish it off. And we defeat Youngster, or Bruno. We heal some Pokemon, use Elixir, and now it's time for Agatha, who is actually Agatha. Starts with Aerodactyl. There's another Aerodactyl. Use Blizzard on it. Almost take it out. It uses Supersonic, but we take it down. Now it comes some Ninetales, and we use Bubble Beam because we just switched to Kabuto. It switches to Pharaoh. Switches back to Ninetales. We use Bubble Beam on it a few times, as you can see here. And keep using it. Keep spamming that Bubble Beam. And it uses Roar against us. She switches back to Pharaoh. We use Thunderbolt on it, take it out, and a Mankey, and we use Psychic on it, and Lickitung, and we use Blizzard on the Lickitung, and we use Psychic on the Lickitung, and we defeated Agatha. So it is on to Lance, and of course I gotta heal Pokemon before I take on Lance, because our Pokemon got a good beating. So, decide to continue after I use some items. I check the stats on Mew, and we go ahead and take on Lance, who is now Professor Oak. He starts with Magmar, we use Psychic on it, he uses Flamethrower, we use Psychic on it again. He uses Hyper Potion, we use Psychic, and we use Psychic again. It uses Fire Punch, and burns us. But then here comes a Paris. I decide to switch Pidgeotto, use Fly, almost take it out, use Fly again, and take it out one hit. Here comes a Snorlax. And we switch to Hitmonchan, and it faints. And Kabuto, and we use Bubble Beam on it. And we keep using Bubble Beam. And eventually, the Snorlax is going to take down Kabuto. This is where I'm going to use an item, by the way, coming up in this battle. Because as you can see, Mew's about to faint. I switch to Pidgeotto, and this is when I use my full restore. So this is the first time I healed in battle. But I didn't want to have to reset. So I just used the item, and we almost take the Machamp out in one hit. I used Blizzard on it, and we missed with Blizzard. We eventually hit it again, and used Thunderbolt to finish it off. And out comes a Lapras. We use Thunderbolt on it. It uses Body Slam on us. We use Thunderbolt on it. And we finally take it out. We got lucky there with Thunderbolt. So now, it is time to see if we can defeat our rival for the final time. And again, I do not save. I use items outside of battle. Of course, I used an item in that battle. But anyway, here's our rival, the final fight, who is now a super nerd. And he starts with Kingler, and we use Thunderbolt, take it out in one hit. Here comes Butterfree. It confuses us, but we use Blizzard. We almost take it out, but we're no longer confused. But then it puts us to sleep. We wake up, and we take it out with the freaking Ice Beam. And here comes a Jigglypuff. I use Psychic on it. Take it out in one hit. Here comes Articuno. I use Thunderbolt on it. He uses Blizzard on us. Thunderbolt on it. And we take it out. Here comes a Marowak. I switch to Kabuto. I heal again because at this point I'm like, screw it. Switch to Mew again. Take it out in one hit. And now Tentacruel. It uses Hydro Pump. We use Psychic on it. It uses Constrict, and we take it out with Psychic, and there we have beat this randomizer. And again, I was wanting not to use items, but I said screw it at the end. But this is the first randomizer I did, and like I said, the link is in the description below to my Guilded server, where it's going to have a download link to this randomized ROM if you want to try it out. I hope you like this video. Expect more. I want to do actual Pokemon challenges, and there should be some more unboxing videos coming up as well. So I hope you all have a great day, and be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for some more, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll catch you on the flip side.